For half its length, the Mekong River runs through China. For the other half, it flows across the borders of 5 of the most politically diverse countries on Earth: Burma, Laos, Thailand, Vietnam and Cambodia. Over 60 million people live in the Mekong River basin. Most are subsistence rice farmers that depend on the cycles of the river and its tributaries for their food. How the water is governed is vital. Decisions made by the government of one country can dramatically affect the people of another. The San River is a major tributary of the Mekong. Here, decisions made in Vietnam have been disastrous for Cambodians living downstream. 10 years ago, the Vietnamese built a dam on the San to supply peak power to Ho Chi Minh City. The first the 50,000 villagers living along the river in Cambodia knew about the dam was when the Vietnamese conducted test releases of water.
The water come up and quickly and flooded over, over the village, Some of people escaped from the flooding. There are some people died during that time as well.
Lives were lost early on, and today the local people want compensation for the damage done. They're fighting for the seasonal flow of the river to be returned, and they want to be notified in future when water is to be released.
Because people don't know when the water is going to rise suddenly, there's a strong fear of the river and the changes that it will produce.
To date, there has been no compensation. The water quality is depleted, and no one in Vietnam or anywhere else is taking any notice. The fight that lies ahead for the people of the San is to limit the effects of the 2 dams still to be built. The Mekong is under attack. Rapids and shoals have been blasted away along an 80-kilometre stretch to allow shipping to travel up into southern China.
It's not a river in crisis at the moment, but it's a river where there are all sorts of impending crises and existing local crises. It's a river that has the biggest freshwater fishery of any river basin in the world. It's got the second most biodiverse set of fish species, 1,700 fish species, more than the Barrier Reef has got. It's a river that's often seen by those who'd like to develop as one that's underused, underutilised, so there are enormous development pressures.